Hi, welcome back to another quick mini message. But before I do anything, I want to say happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Hopefully, this gets uploaded on Mother's Day. Whenever you're watching this, it's never a specific day to give thanks and show homage to the mothers. I got a new Oracle deck, Earth's Warriors, that I'm going to draw from, as well as a couple of other decks. But in regards to Mother's Day, I just wanted to say this. It's been on my heart. I mentioned it the other day. But, so, Goddess of Teotihuacan, she guards the waters of life. Okay. In regards to Mother's Day, I know a lot of people concentrate on the mother's aspect. And what I want to come on here and say is the mother is an energy. Okay. It's often nurturing, loving, security. These are all aspects of feminine energy and or motherhood, and we oftentimes associate it with our mothers. And the divine, the most high, God, the universe, or I like to say eat all the above, often places a mother in our life to give us this energy. So we often associate this energy with our mothers. But oftentimes we associate this energy with our biological mothers. But just because it's often associated with your biological mother doesn't mean this energy only comes through your biological mother. Because the same energy that I'm speaking of, you can get the sense of from an adopted mother, from a stepmother, from a grandmother, from an aunt, from a teacher, from a friend, from a neighbor. It's this nurturing, loving energy that we get, which is a reflection of the same mother source, mother nature, Gaia. We're all living in this energetic womb per se of the world, of the earth. This earth ethereal or earthly womb, being nurtured by the divine mother, the goddess, Iota, eat all the above, whatever you want to call it. It's also the physical manifestation of God. If you subscribe to the Blue Twin Flame union or journey, I often say feminine energy is everything you perceive. Masculine energy is everything you conceive. So everything inside of here is masculine energy, and everything outside of here is feminine energy. So we perceive love. We can conceive the concept of it, but we mostly perceive it. It's a gesture. It's something that we have to feel. It's something that we can see, that we can hear, that we can taste, that we can touch. All of these physical adaptations of what love is what we perceive. And without the perception of love, it's fully embodied in our feminine energy in this physical world, but it's also a concept that's also in our masculine energy as well. So love is in both your masculine and feminine energy, just like your blue twin flame. Your blue twin flame, you are the observer. You can see, Your blue twin flame speaks to you through coincidences, through synchronicities, through serendipitous events, through love, through things that make sense to you. Because you're the conscious observer of both your masculine and feminine energy, the consciousness that's inside of here and the consciousness that's outside of here. You are the observer of that. And what you are observing is your blue twin flame that makes sense, those synchronistic events, those synchronicities, those objects of love. You're witnessing that. Your blue twin flame is communicating with you through those aspects. So a lot of times we focus on a physical mother or a biological mother. Is often that when I know some people may not know their biological mother, or their biological mother may not be here physically, but in a lot of those cases where your biological mother is absent or not there, then you still have a motherly figure. And also too, I forgot to say, this feminine energy, or this motherly energy, it can also be expressed in males as well. It's not isolated to just the females. It's an energy, so it's inside of all of us. It's a nurturing, loving energy, securing energy that's not just limited to the female body. It's just most often expressed through females, but it doesn't mean that it's only in the female or feminine body. So when we say Happy Mother's Day, I like to think that we're paying homage to the Divine Mother, to this feminine energy, the female aspect of God, or however you want to name it, but this nurturing, loving energy. So when we say Happy Mother's Day, just don't forget to think about the feminine energy in general, the motherly energy in general. Mother Nature, the weather, this three-dimensional world that we get to perceive. Just don't forget some the little things. It's not always or associated only with your mother. It's that motherly energy, because at the end of the day, we all have that motherly energy, to nurture something, to take care of something, to love something. It's not just your mother, your biological mother. This energy comes in many forms, many facets, many aspects. And then you're going to get a similar message on Father's Day. It'll be a little different, and you have to wait for that one. But for now, we're just going to concentrate on Mother's Day. So when it comes to this energy, let's see what card comes out. I do want to pull a couple of cards. Okay. So we're going to do from here. This deck, I'm going to pull from the Journey of Love, and I'm also going to pull for Messages for Life. Okay. I would like to get one more. You know what? Maybe I'll do that deck too. Oh, I haven't done Ask and Is Given in a while either. So let's see what cards come out. Okay. I don't want this video to be too long, because I want to upload it in time. All right, top of the deck we have Blessing from Kumu. No good thing shall be withheld. All right. So, option number 9. The universe wants to express its creativity, healing, and brilliance through you. It does not want to be limited to repeating what has already been. Newness needs to burst through you into startling expressions of abundant life. You are guided into unknown territory, guided to go beyond that which you have known yourself and your world to be, so that something original and necessary can be brought to life. The universe knows all that you need so that you can best attain your destiny. All shall be provided for you. Expand your faith to allow for the greater workings of spirit. In a reading, resources are coming to you now. If you have been in lack, limitation, or anxiety about such things happening, relax and substitute your stress for the absolute trust that the universe will provide all good things with generosity and grace. If you find this challenging, take it one step at a time, reprogramming your heart and mind into new habits of peaceful trust. It will feel much better to live like this. It is not foolishness, but wisdom that embraces such unconditional faith. Know that the provision of all the resources required is a certainty. The only variables are the details of how the journey unfolds. When you tune in your heart, you'll remember that you are loved, protected, and guided in every moment. Trust the universe. All right. So someone here needs to hear that. Next, I'm going to read from the Journey of Love. These cards are a little bit smaller and easier to shuffle. I'm going to do 3 shuffles. Oh, and also too, because this energy, this motherly energy is an energy, okay? It's always here, especially if you're open to listening, open to receiving this energy. So sometimes if you feel like your mother isn't here, is absent, you don't know who she is, or maybe she's passed on, know because this energy is granted to you from a higher source, it's always here, always there, never left. So don't be afraid or feel like just because physically your mother may not be here, but aspects of her lives all over, in your memory, in the mundane, in aspects of love, aspects of nurturing, in those moments of least expecting. Sometimes you may take a whiff of something familiar and remember that was, your mother's favorite scent or favorite food, or something like that, So just because they might not be here physically, just know you can't get rid of energy. Energy is it's always there. It can't be destroyed. It's just transmuted. Seed of the heart. That almost looks like an ankh too. I like the colors on here. Number 25. Within each one of us is a divine seed of love, waiting to blossom into fullness. We don't always know the type of blossom we shall be. However, and sometimes if we try to figure it out in advance, the blossoming itself can cause us anxiety, pain, or fear because it is taking us in an unknown, unexpected direction. We may even fear that the direction we are heading is away from our life path and purpose, as if that were even possible. The seed in the heart arises as guidance when we are unfolding in a new manifestation of the divine light within. It comes as encouragement to trust, to surrender, to allow, and to be open, unthinking, and ready for the unexpected as possible. A plant just needs the right conditions to grow healthy. And if you have ever seen a blade of grass push up through a crack in the pavement, then you will know that when something is meant to grow in the light, it will do so, even against the most apparently insurmountable odds. This oracle brings you guidance. The right conditions are being brought to you, and the most perfect support for your own divine blossoming. Trust. Know that the seed in your heart knows how to grow and life supports it. And it is also a sign that something in your relationships are sprouting, a new energy. Don't be afraid to try new ways of relating now as your life energy supports it. All right. So that's that. And then I'm going to pick a card from Life Messages. And then I think I'm going to skedaddle out of here. Okay. Think before you ask. You can always tell the level of people's intelligence by the questions they ask. All right. Now, with that being said, I'm going to pull one more card. Think before you ask. That's what the card, okay? And then I just said earlier, ask and it is given. I haven't pulled a card from here yet in a while. So, think before you ask. While I shuffle, I want you to think of a question, okay? Because this deck is ask and it's given. And the card I just pulled is think before you ask. So, let's think of a question that you may have. And then apply what I read to this card to that question, okay? Think of your question. Think of a question. Pause if you have to, all right? So, in regards to your question that you were just thinking, my uncontrolled thoughts are not to be feared. There is no reason to worry about your thoughts, for they are not like a loaded gun that may wreak powerful and instantaneous destruction. For you have plenty of time, as soon as you become aware of any negative feelings, to begin to choose other less resistant thoughts and thereby choose a more desired outcome. All right? So hopefully that brought some clarity to your question. But whose truth is the true truth? That's at the bottom. With that being said, before I go, all day long we breathe unconsciously for ourselves. So let's just take a moment to breathe for someone other than ourselves, outside ourselves, someone that is no longer here, like a passed on loved one, or someone that's here and just are in another state, which is the same as a passed on loved one. They're in another state, a state of being. But I also mean another state, meaning the United States. A pet. Just think, let's breathe for someone that's, an inanimate object. It's something that whether they know you're thinking about them or not, whether they're here or they're not, let's just take a breath for someone else. So on the count of three, we're going to inhale. 1, 2, 3. And then exhale. All right. And then we're going to give thanks, to E, all the above. You can fill A to D with whatever you want, whether it's Mother Nature, Gaia, the divine feminine, the divine mother, or E, all of the above. So we're going to give thanks. So thank you. All right. I love you. I love me. I love us. I love we. And I will talk to you guys in another video. Thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good day and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.